There are plenty of reasons to find yourself on the Emerald Isle. The quality of its deer stalking is as good as an authentic pint of the black stuff.
Ireland, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's all here, like the number of deer alone. It's an experience just to witness.
Ireland is now a world-class destination for Sika deer hunting, and there are outfitters offering combo packages with reds too, which is why we're here with Mr. Childerley. Paul has come at the invitation of his friend Mark Bellamy, who isn't Irish, and Mark's colleague Dave Wilson, who is.
It's the joys of Sika though, it's never easy.
And who runs Deer Stalking Ireland.
We're here again.
You've eloped. Last time we were in
Wiltshire.
And we've just popped up in Ireland.
We certainly have. We're up in the north in Donegal.
Yeah.
Red deer is on the agenda today. We're on one of the leases, so we're in the middle of a national park up in Donegal. So obviously you've got the mountain range all around us. You've got the forestry blocks as well, so clear fell. As you can see, there's a clear fell on this side. So a couple of the blocks will hold some of the stags, but this goes for a couple of miles that way. So have you got your good shoes on?
It's got the oddest Irish accent, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a Brummy twang to it.
Yeah. Do you like Guinness?
I do like Guinness.
That's right, that's a good start.
Yeah. So if you shoot one today,
Yeah.
there's a tradition up in Donegal.
Yeah.
So you have to have a pint of Guinness and a shot of whiskey.
That's not a punishment, that's like a
No,
privilege.
it's not a punishment, it's a tradition.
It's traditional celebration
Yeah.
tradition, yeah.
So you have to do that for one for every tine it's got. So if it's a 14 pointer, if it's a 14 pointer, we'll be carrying them out of there.
We shoot a
I can always
spiker.
Yeah.
I think we shoot a spiker.
Yeah.
If everything goes to plan, it sounds like it could be a heavy night. Before we go too far, Paul wants to make sure that everyone realises there's a reason why he's not carrying the Sako S20.
Right, so basically people are going to say, what's this, Mr. Childerley's being lazy and not carrying his riders? Do two things. One, I got a bad shoulder and it is still really bad. So if we're doing some mountainous bog areas, it's going to knack my shoulder. But you just mentioned...
I have to carry the rifle for you because I'm guiding for you. That's a rule in Ireland.
Yeah, which I quite like in this rule.
But I'm not dragging it off for you. You shoot it, you drag it.
Perfect.
No, I'll help. Don't worry.
Brilliant.
Mark and Paul scan the woodland while keeping an ear out for those roaring stags. Unfortunately, using your own call is not allowed in Ireland. Working our way along the track, there are plenty of deer to see. There are a lot of hinds and no stags suitable to take. Then we hear roaring, which means we can focus our efforts. We drop down a ride to investigate.
We've got the wind in our favour, so we'll walk down, cut him off, and hopefully... This sounds like there's two.
It's sounding and looking promising. There's a wallow at the bottom of the valley, and there is definitely someone of some stature holding court out of sight. We keep pressing on until we're faced with a decision. Paul has a shot from here, but we can't see if the animal is on the far side of the stream and therefore off Mark's ground. Paul and David head across no man's land to get as close as possible.
So we couldn't shoot. The stream is the boundary line, and the stag was rounding up the hinds and decided to push them over the boundary line into the national park. So it's a no-no, even if it's 5 foot in. Unfortunately, we can't do it.
So we did that amazing stalk.
Yeah, all that hard work, all the bog work, crawling on our hands and knees. That's hunting, I'm afraid. So.
Never mind, there is still a Guinness at the end of the rainbow, and tomorrow we're on Sika. Now, although we have a Sako S20 with us, this is Dave's rifle. Paul was going to travel with a Sako 90. Once again, we fell foul of red tape. Even with applications in weeks before travelling, Paul didn't get the green light in time.
I spy with my eye something that isn't...
It is a Sako, but isn't my rifle. Yeah, so once again we had problems with bringing the rifle. It's our nemesis of travelling, I think, these days. You know, we did everything correct this time. I spoke to Dave and got all the correct paperwork in order, and it goes to a external portal, government run. So, and with this like a backlog of people coming over hunting, it's caught up in there. You can see it in there. Hasn't come through. So anyway, we were going to bring the 300 Win mount in the new teak, which is carbon stock. It's actually taken over from the carbon light. So yeah, shame we didn't. But maybe all the sort of advertising, all the promotion we've done, Dave has bought a 6.5 PRC in the old S20, which, you know, used to using. I brought my scope over, clipped it straight on, couple of shots, zeroed it in. Happy days.
On with the hunt. Stalking Sika is different from stalking reds, even in the rut. It's probably closer to doing fox control with the levels of stealth required. Dave has been shooting Sika all his life and finds them super exciting.
I spend more time without a rifle studying them and trying to do my homework and trying to learn and understand them, but they're so unpredictable. That's why so many people like to come. That's why so many people want to hunt them. It's the challenge, it's the excitement. They're so aggressive, they're so vocal. Even here in the background, like there's one calling away down the bottom. So it's, yeah, they're a special animal to hunt.
There are definitely stags here. Mark and Dave had been whetting Paul's appetite with some of the trail cam footage from this very woodland. But there's nothing tonight. The following morning, it's an early start and we head to a different area. The plan is to intercept the Sika as they head back into cover from their nighttime feeding lower in the valley. The temperature has dropped, so we're hoping it'll get the rut going. With better light, we go for broke and take the party to them.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
As mentioned earlier, Paul is using Dave's S20. So what round does he favour for the bigger, stronger deer?
My father has 3 Sakos, different models. I have 2 Sakos. I have a Sako 75 Varmint heavy barrel as well that I've had for the last number of years. I went for something a little bit different than the PRC. Slightly heavier around, obviously doing reds and stuff like that, just having that extra little bit of punch. That was the main reason for it. But again, the recoil and stuff in the PRC is very similar to the 6.5 by 55. It's a dream to shoot.
But enough welly to deal with the Sika because they're notorious for being hardy.
Absolutely, you can see, you'll see on the video. The one even this morning, like perfect shot, had no heart and lungs left inside and still managed to make over 100 yards across rough, boggy ground. They're just indestructible. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter the calibre that you're shooting them with. It's just the animal. They're so hyped up and pumped up the whole time, especially now with the rut. It's just mainly adrenaline and power. They're just a strong, powerful animal. He's only young, I would say maybe 3 at most. Obviously, there's a big frog.
Trophy frog.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Where's he going?
There he is.
Yeah, he's only young. He's for around here. You get. I don't know if you've seen the head that was there, but around here, there's a lot of big mature stags that keep the likes of these pushed out over here. Just before you took the shot, there was actually a big guy just moving across the bottom of the bog over to the females on the other side, but obviously with the squeak.
Yeah. Take our chances.
Yeah, kind of put us under a little bit of pressure.
And when they fight, they kill each other sometimes?
Yeah, we actually only had a landowner last week sent me a picture of a stag. His house is nowhere near the road, and a stag that had been killed and left just in the middle of he has a walkway up through his forestry. They do a lot of damage, very aggressive. Just quiet this morning for some reason, which is strange because it was 5 degrees when we got out of the car.
Yeah.
So I was expecting them to be a little bit louder.
Yeah.
And then obviously stags together still, as you can see there. So just hasn't fully kicked in just yet.
Okay.
Once Dave has grallocked the stag, it's a decent drag to the car to get everyone warmed up. It was so nearly a rut double. If you'd like to enjoy Irish hospitality with a hint of Brummie, check out Deer Stalking Ireland on Facebook or Instagram, and once you've used Dave's Sacco, you'll be after one yourself. So to see the full range, including the Sacco 90, head to sacco.global.